Tao Daily Tarot is coming up next. First, let me give you a little heads up. This is the Oracle card. There is no place like home. You are looking for home, however you define the concept of home. This is what you got to do. We'll give you all the details. It's a great read coming up in just a moment. Well, hello and welcome to another edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here, whether you're first timer, long timer, cross watcher. Makes no difference. For the first timers, though, let me do a real quick kind of scan. What makes this tarot reading different from others? One, it's archetypal. Generally, I use 8 cards from 4 decks. I can use as many as 10 from 4 decks. It all depends how the energy kind of flows. And speaking of energy, that's what I focus on. I don't focus on predictions. I focus on energy, the stuff that affects everybody across the planet. We're feeling the same kinds of energies, but they show up in our lives differently because we are individual spirits. We're individual souls. We operate on our own frequency. So I focus on energies. Think of this as an energetic weather report. All right, just like your regular weather report. You know, is it going to be sunny, cloudy, rainy, foggy, snowy, whatever. Same thing here, except with energy. And then you take this information and apply it to your life. You navigate your life. You're in charge. Another thing that makes this tarot reading different, the hyper shuffle. I'll show you that in a minute. And I try to get the reading in about 10 minutes, sometimes 11, sometimes 12. But I do try to keep it short. One, because the Tao is simple. That's why I use so few cards. But also, time matters. You're busy. And you can easily squeeze in a 10-minute reading. And you get really good, clear readings. So, let's begin at the beginning with the hyper shuffle. And there you go. There's the hyper shuffle for today. Let us begin with the Oracle card. Since this is an energetic weather report, the overall temperature here, no place like home. Home is such an interesting word because it means so many things. It could mean a physical place, an emotional place, a spiritual place. But Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz had it right. There is no place like home. And that's really what you are looking for. And in fact, this 50 at the top breaks down to a 5. 5 means change. So you've been homeless, in a manner of speaking, for a period of time, maybe the past year or two, maybe all your life. And you now want to find home, whatever that means to you. Alrighty, so let's begin with the energies of coming and going. 8 of Pentacles. This is making a commitment to make the effort. Whatever is valuable to you, and it can be just money, but it can also be your health, it can be your happiness, it can be your family, it can be milk chocolate. Yeah, that's part of your deal. But you're making a commitment with the 8 to stay in, to put the work, the solid work. You want some stability, you want something solid in your life because there's no place like home. And that's where you want to be. Alrighty, from there we go to the other card from coming and going energy. How about the Ace of Swords? New thinking, new thoughts, new insight. Very, 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 very important in terms of your journey back to home. Alrighty. So I would expect between now and the new moon coming up in about a little over a week. I think it's at Lionsgate, 8/8. Between now and then, there should be some information coming in, either from the outside or from the inside, some insight on your part, something that's going to make a significant difference, something that's going to give you a clue in terms of how to find home. And then we go from here to the energies of pushing and pulling, the Lovers, the choice. Yes, indeed, it can be a romantic or loving situation. But remember, the Lovers basically meant choice. So it could be deciding that romantic partner, yes, I'm going I'm going to stay in there. I'm going to push. Remember, we were talking about the Eight of Pentacles, and if that's important to you, you're just going to say, okay, I'm more committed to the relationship. I'm going to go. But it could be also with your children, deciding, geez, he or she disappointed me, but you know what? I love him anyway. Or it could be deciding, making the choice to love yourself. Always the most difficult loving that we face. So there you go. There's that. And again, it's all looking to find a place called home. Now we go to the final card in pushing and pulling energy, and we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is just a lot of noise with really nothing accomplished, And if you take a look at the past year or 2 years, there's been a lot of noise. And yet, take a look at your life, at your relationship with yourself and others. It's been a lot of noise for nothing accomplished. And swords, of course, are thoughts and ideas. And maybe it's time to put down somebody else's thoughts or ideas and have your own idea so that you can indeed find this place called home. We go to the magnifier card, the first one, Five of Cups. Here we are, just like the Five of Swords. We're talking about loss of some kind. And here again, Five of Cups, emotion. It's amazing. He's focused on the 3 cups below him, but there are 2 full cups. And in the Rider-Waite deck, there's also a bridge behind him and a castle behind the bridge. All he has to do is change his focus. Look at the 2 full cups. Look at the possibilities. You see on the horizon, even in this card, there's sunlight. There's better stuff coming. Don't focus on the negative. And with that Five of Swords, quit the stinking thinking. Maybe you're letting somebody else think for you. Time for you to do it on your own. It's the only way you're going to find home, because there is no place like home. However, you define home. We go to the other magnifier. This is the King of Cups again, emotion. You don't see his emotion outside. He doesn't wear his stuff on his sleeve, but he's very positive, very supportive, very nurturing. And maybe again, I say this so often in these readings, but I work from your element, not outside of you. I work from the inside out, not the outside in. This, I think, could be very likely, again, a question of loving yourself, being gentle, being supportive of yourself. It's been a rough time last year, 2 years. And maybe you've gotten lost and you've lost home. It's the way to find it. Now, we got the 3 vice versa cards. The first one is facing forward. It is the Chariot. Alrighty. And of course, you have the 2, whatever the creatures are, I don't know. They change per card. But the point of the matter is, he has 2 things pulling at the Chariot, and he's kind of in control. But here's the thing that stands out to me. Right behind him, I think that's the Big Dipper. North, facing north, true north. And there he has in his right hand the caduceus, the healing. If you're looking to put yourself on track, to find your true north, and to heal yourself, the caduceus, you have control. You can do this. It means thinking for yourself, feeling for yourself. And speaking of thinking for yourself, here is another vice versa card, and this happens to be facing forward. It looks as though you are contemplating ending something in your life. It's probably the way you think. Swords are thoughts. Swords are things in that sense, right? Information. And it's time that you put down whatever you've been thinking and start to make the decision to rethink, to think for yourself, to feel for yourself, to love yourself, which takes us to the 3rd vice versa card facing forward, and that is the Page of Cups. It's a small offer. It's a small love offer. The fish in the cup tells you that. But it's an offer. It's love. And it may be the biggest act of love you've ever made in your life, because it may ultimately mean loving yourself. Because for all of us, no matter whether it's a physical, spiritual, mental home, our real home is inside each of us. And you have to tap into that. Change your thinking. Learn to love yourself with all the flaws. And then you will find home. Because there's no place like home. What a powerfully good read. Love to bring that to you. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Click that little bell, because that's the notification. You'll get the brand new reads every day. And every time you come to the tarot read, the Tao Daily Tarot, please hit like. Very important for the folks at YouTube so that they can help me build this channel. So it's all up to you. It's in your hands. I thank you in advance. So, that being done, this was an amazing read. Love to bring it to you. Find the healing, find the hope, find the help, find home. Between now and the next time you and I do tarot together, blessings.